can do it. You can get over here. Come on, get past that vacuum cleaner.
Come on, Ian.
Come on. You can get past it. Come on.
Come on,
You
Ian.
can do it.
You can
Come
do
on.
it.
Come on, you can get past this.
Come on.
And
Come on.
come on, you can do it.
You can do it. Good girl. Oh, good girl.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay.
Ow! Bow! Ciao! Wow! Yeah. Hey YouTube, look who's back from his travels. It's been a while, and I wanted to come back and make a video as soon as I could. Keep the channel relevant. Keep people who still watch amused, if that still happens. So a lot of stuff happened while I was away, and almost none of it mattered, which is pretty much what I think I said I thought was going to happen. I think the biggest and most recent thing that's relevant is I mentioned I got the Corgi that I had to give back, but I also got a little kitty, so he's off screen trying to paw at my face. His name is Bitcoin, so that has multiple meanings to me, and he's an adorable little beehole. So he was distracting me, but welcome him to the channel. He's gonna maybe share in the mascot role sometimes, because if I ever get to film the incredible crypto corgi again, for sure this little sucker is gonna be in the frame because he is everywhere. He's like lightning fast, and he's a kitty, so he always wants attention. Ah, cats on the internet. This is probably gonna get me 1,000 views. Okay, back to crypto. Yeah, maybe it'll be crypto cats and corgis. Yeah, that's a good rebrand. What do you guys think? So yeah, most notably the fake news of the Bitcoin ETF shot Bitcoin's price to the moon. Well, gave it a good bump, and then was shortly thereafter realized that it was fake news, and thereafter corrected. But it didn't correct all the way back down, which is kind of surprising for me. It's still kind of up a little bit from the pump, and I'm just speculating. This is me just spitballing because I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence and research. This is for entertainment purposes only, because I really don't know what I'm talking about most of the time. I kind of suspect that the vast majority of people just believe that, okay, maybe this was just leaked early. That maybe the ETF for sure is coming, the spot ETF, that's big news, is coming, and that a lot of money is going to be coming in. And so, like, while it may have been a fake announcement, they realize the announcement's coming soon, and they kind of want to front run that. And Kitty is still trying to eat my cord here. So I think maybe they're just trying to front run the announcement, maybe thinking it's actually going to come sooner rather than later, because everybody kind of knows it is coming. It's got to come. There's no way Gary Gensler can keep holding this off forever. The courts have already ruled against him, left, right, center. I mean, he's just losing obviously being completely unreasonable, losing every court case he brings. So everybody knows it's coming. It's just a matter of when. And I think the majority of people are kind of assuming it's sooner rather than later. And I'm of the opinion that I think this year. I do think this year. I'm going to go out and say I'm going to go on a limb, give a prediction. I think by the end of this year we'll see a spot ETF approval. So we can look back on this in a few months and celebrate whether I'm right or wrong. But yeah, I'm not sure whether or not that will bring like a fast and furious pump. Obviously this two strong catalysts coming up is that ETF spot approval and the Bitcoin halving, both of which, historically, when you talk about things that could send Bitcoin to the moon, two of the biggest things there, for obvious reasons. So are we at the end of this crypto winter? Maybe. I think there is still a little bit of grinding left to do. There could be another scare. You know, anything's possible. Who knows with the war going, you know, stuff developing in the Middle East and that whole mess. It's terrible. I found out that news while traveling and got little piecemeals of it. It's just terrible. So hearts out to anybody who's affected by that. Yeah, I don't even have comments that would be relevant enough to say to that. Just terrible. Yeah, so now that I'm sidetracked on world events, back to crypto. Nothing really developing in any of the other spaces that I'm paying attention to. The crypto game development, most of like the Loaded Alliance stuff, you know, crypto mining. It's all kind of still going along, chugging along. Profitability on mining is going to get crunched. A lot of the ASIC, the Bitcoin mining, new ASIC model being released, and prices are looking hella reasonable. I like wish I had more liquidity to get another miner. The problem is I probably have enough money I could justify getting more miners. It's the energy. It's the energy of running the thing that really kind of gets you, because you got to pay that energy over and over and over. It's not just the sunk cost of the miner. It's maintenance and energy. And I'm stubborn, so I have a really, really hard time. You know, if most miners will just most. All right, cat stole the microphone. Most miners will sell what they mine in order to cover the energy, and I just really have a hard time selling Bitcoin. So I prefer to pay out of pocket, and if I can't do that, maybe I'm letting perfect be the enemy of good here. I just, in a perfect world, I would keep all the Bitcoin I mine, but it's possible if Bitcoin mining rigs continue to become more attractive, I might just go with that strategy. I mean, you're looking at the S19K. I see it on something like Compass Mining going for about $2,300. You know, you talk about a newer miner model being released during a bull run, you could easily look at 10, 12, 15 grand. So even if just for buying it and hoping the miner appreciates and maybe selling it later could be a move. I haven't done that. I haven't been involved in the mining part long enough to really have done that, like flip an S9 or an S19 or something like that. I kind of just bought a few S19s, but I've been considering it. That's a play that's I guess possible if the mining industry. It's always kind of a toss up, because with the halving, you know, mining is going to get a lot harder, and it's possible that people aren't attracted to it if the Bitcoin price doesn't go up. You know, that theoretically, you know, half as much Bitcoin being emitted, you're going to have to at least double the price of Bitcoin just to maintain profitability. That's not even adding into fact other people coming on board and mining more, newer miners coming on board with more hash rate, better efficiency. So it's kind of a cutthroat game, and if you don't calculate all these costs, they really creep up and bite you in the butt real quick. So, you know, a lot of people are hesitant to enter the space, and you know, rightfully so. If you're bullish on the asset, maybe just start buying it. But you know, I'm rambling now about mining. But yeah, the prices are looking kind of good. I'm just saying. Especially if you have cheap energy. If you have a way to get cheap energy, you might be set. Or if you can even like find a use case for the waste heat, you know, like heating your pool or something and heating your house in the winter. If you live in like Canada, you could probably really justify the cost of mining a lot easier. Anyways, I'm rambling now. I just wanted to make a I'm back video. Hopefully more to follow. Keep up with the news. Hopefully I won't be too busy here coming up. I want to end on this too. Actually, no, this is a point to say. Crypto.com, I'm sorry. I owe you an apology. half apology. Your service is still terrible, and you haven't notified me on half the changes that you've made. One of which, like I said, the Amazon subscription rebate. Yes, they will reimburse the monthly fee. They will not reimburse a yearly fee. As I've stated in a previous video, this, okay, fine. It's different, and it's kind of weird and stupid and doesn't make sense, and I wish they would have told me, especially when I was talking to customer service, instead of just telling me, what they told me. But it does look like they do reimburse the Amazon subscription, which is one of the perks for the cards, and so I guess I am not going to liquidate my entire position based on crypto.com being a fraud. So, and with that said, I continue to think, their business looks better and better every day, to be honest with you. I don't like a lot of their practices, but as far as positioning themselves, I think they're really underrated right now. I mean, completely underrated. And I think that's part of just the fear around the exchanges. Things are really cooling off because of the FTX debacle, all the bankruptcies. And exchange tokens and exchanges have taken a real hit, and people are fearful. As rightly you should be. You should be cautious. But when you look at the evidence for Crypto.com's history, they have some ups and downs. Yeah, they've got a lot of people were turned off about the whole MCO debacle. Other things of note, rewards up and down, whatever. But it looks like they're here to stay. Looks like they have a viable business model. Their branding couldn't be better, couldn't be more on point. Their partnerships are very deep and amazing, and the regulation that they're getting approved for is just bar none. I mean, I can't see a single entity that gets more approval in more places than Crypto.com. Binance, they're kicking Binance's butt left and right. They're getting approval for areas to be the sole player, basically. And now these markets may not be as big as the biggest markets, but they all add up, and when you look at Crypto.com's size in comparison to Binance, I just think they're gonna be, maybe they won't overtake Binance even. I mean, maybe they will if Binance gets prosecuted out of existence because of some of the stuff they're being accused of. Well, it probably won't be out of existence. They'll still be around. But anything's possible. I'm not banking on Crypto.com flipping Binance, but I am expecting to see. And here's my thing. Here's my take too. I'm very bullish on Crypto.com. I think we will see new all-time highs. But my bearish case is that even if we don't see new all-time highs for some reason, people are still way too fearful, don't understand it, something happens, Black Swan, I don't know. Even if we don't see new all-time highs, I think we'll definitely see new, a resurgence in the bull market where maybe close to all-time highs. Like maybe we'll see that 90-cent mark again or something like that. And that while that would be from a technical analysis, Ian, I'm not going to edit that out either. From a technical analysis, you look at that and you see, oh, that's a lower high in a bull run. That's a bad thing. That's a really bad thing. It probably means that over time it's going to die out. Short-term perspective, 5 cents to 90 cents. I mean, sign me up. So I just have to evaluate whether or not I would hold it long-term at that point. Like for me right now, it is a long-term hold, and I do think we will see new highs. But if we don't see new highs, I'm definitely reevaluating that stance. That's just the fact that most altcoins die, and I don't care what it's attached to. If you don't see a higher high in the next bull run, it's a bad news bears. So yeah, with that, I'm going to go pay attention to these animals and have yourself an amazing day.